The following is a presentation of the Nerd Complex Podcast Network.
You are listening to Audio Suplex Live.
Welcome to Air Guitar Live. This is your host Travis Moore. I'm here bringing you the best of Air Guitar Championship 1927.
Anything but rock.
Butt rock.
Anything but rock.
Anything. ... Butt
rock. Even butt rock.
Even butt rock.
Hey everybody.
I'm hungry. Sorry.
I don't want my kids stealing bread.
Oh gosh.
Hey, welcome to Audio Suplex Live, episode 51. We have finally laboriously made it to the 50 plus club.
Yeah, we're almost caught up.
We
to
can get
Super
on
Bowls,
our
right?
card.
We've had as many episodes as there's been Super Bowls.
Next week,
and it's
next
taken
week
them over 50 years to do that.
Yeah,
so we're getting it done in just a little over a year.
NFL
Suck on that,
trash.
NFL.
They've been
How's that?
trash.
It's a work. Football's a work.
We're actually sponsored by the NFL team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes,
this week.
actually. Thank you for sending us all the swag.
And
none of us wanted to wear it.
Sony PlayStation.
So we're also rep by Sony.
And also by Get These Hands.
Get these
We're
hands.
sponsored by Braun Strowman.
And that smooth baritone belongs to our special guest this week, the one, the only Big Daddy Shaq. How are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm good, man. I've been wanting to get on here for a long time. I got a lot to think and say about. Don't question me. I drank last night. Understand what I was saying, and let's move on.
He got these beers.
I got those beers last night.
Got these beers.
I don't know about beers. I saw him drinking a Cosmo and Snapchat.
Listen, it was a chocolate teeny, and it was amazing.
Oh, okay. A chocolate teeny.
chocolate
Not any
teeny.
better.
I am comfortable with
I can
who am.
appreciate it.
No, I'm right there with you. All right,
That's
right,
beautiful.
right.
That's beautiful. So, Corey,
Yes.
I, of course, have Travis Moore. This is Heel Corey.
That's
and
me.
joined, as always, BT Jackson.
T. Jackson.
Big Tony.
The prototype.
The prototype, if you will.
Can I just say I love my voice listening to this? Like,
It's
normally
good.
when I'm on the phone, I'm like, I hate myself. But now I'm like, yeah.
Because you got your monitored. You got it.
Joe's
you
got
your
you
own
smooth
voice.
as butter
I
over here.
literally just, I need to do a podcast like every
that's
day
creamy.
by myself. Just say, hey, welcome to
This is Audio Suplex Live after hours.
You're making me tingle.
ASL after dark.
ASL after dark.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
It's that Sunday morning heat.
I'm doing it after like so. I was at Hell in a Cell.
Jesus Christ.
Sunday morning heat. I like that.
Stay for the
Sunday
pre-show.
morning heat.
Come for the pre-show. Stay for the after party.
No, come for the
Just
pre-show.
Come.
Ooh, well, this has
During
been
the
episode
pre-show.
51. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll
Wait,
see
we're
you
gonna
at
do
Hell
this
in a
all
Cell.
again, episode 69.
All right, let's
We're
do it.
bringing it all back. I'll be back for that.
Yeah, well, that's the beautiful thing about having Joe behind the ones and twos here is he really does a good job of taking
not
bargain basement ingredients
Hey.
and making filet mignon out of it. So.
Hell yeah.
Woo! There we go. So, Corey, what are we going to be doing this week in this episode?
Well, more specifically, before I talk about what we're going to do this week on the show, tonight, which the show's about Hell in a Cell. So, Hell in a Cell's tonight. We are hosting a party at the Beer Stube.
We gonna have a party.
5333 Monroe Street. It's right down the street from the Franklin Park Mall. Check it out. Starting at 6 o'clock, you can check out the pre-show. Main show is at 7. Free to view. It doesn't cost anything to get in. We'll have the pay-per-view on a couple TVs.
I'll be there telling trivia questions.
You will not. We've
will
agreed
not.
that I am doing trivia, and I've already come up with all the questions.
Really?
I did.
When did we agree on this?
Last
Listen,
month, you're
all
like,
your
you're doing
questions are
trivia
too
next
hard.
month. You were like pissed off or something.
Your questions are always too hard anyway. You bring up stuff that nobody knows about.
Well, you know,
I
I'm trying to make sure that no fucking tomato cans or slop jalops are getting money for free.
Well,
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know,
how
listen,
dare you say that about our fans?
I'm not in
We're
the
all
charity
The
brothers.
business.
millions.
And millions.
I'm not in the charity business, guys. You want to win money from us, you got to come with the knowledge.
I guess so. My trivia is a lot more. I wouldn't say. Okay, so
Cupcakey.
I like your trivia. It is difficult and it's good for like hardcore fans for sure.
Father Marks.
But as a trivia host, it's good to have a question where even if you don't know, you can make an educated guess. Where if it's like, who wrestled in this match in 1993? And it's like,
you got to think, no one
how
really
the hell would I
watched
remember
wrestling.
that?
Your questions are like, this black and red wrestler who wears a mask and rhymes with Bane. What? All right,
I
bud.
don't know. Who?
King the
roasted.
Undertaker.
I'm stumped.
Katie Vick is actually
Katie
the answer we were
Sorry,
looking
that's
for.
not
Oh,
Yikes.
Yikes.
Okay, come out to the
Moving on.
Beer Stew. We're doing trivia. You can win Beer Stew bucks. Each correct question earns you $5 that you can spend on food or drinks while you're there.
or save them for later and
or
come in
save
and
'em.
ball out.
Ball out.
out.
Yes, stack them.
Make it hail. Because, it's not paper, it's actual chips.
Yeah.
And those
Correct.
shits are thick and they hurt.
So
don't drop them.
check it out. 6 o'clock. We'll be there. It's free. Food and drink specials. Blah blah blah. Be there. All right. Today's episode, we're gonna do what we did last month, where we are all going to
Foolishly Endeavor, which we did a good job last show.
We were like 90% on that.
We got
entire-
one wrong, and there was like 13 matches.
I remember us watching the show together. We were like, "Oh my god, dude, we got another one right."
the only one we tripped up on, and I feel bad because I'm the one that made us flip our pick, was Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
We picked Daniel Bryan,
Well,
but the Miz cheated, so it's really we did win.
Technically.
If the ref was more vigilant, we would have a perfect card.
that's what happens when you dump all your money into Brock Lesnar contracts and not proper officials.
That's true. Wow, we should write a letter.
Damn.
So we're going to do that for Hell in a Cell. There are only 8 matches announced for this pay-per-view. So hopefully it's over in like 2 hours. That would be so good. NXT style. Like, let's just get it done. No fluff. All right. There's only one pre-show match that they've announced so far, which would be the New Day versus Rusev Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
It's about to be a long week for Rusev Day and.
You think the split happens tonight?
Well, it's at least 2 days. So
It's at least 2 days. It's a weekender. It's a bender. I really don't know where to go with this. I was honestly quite surprised that they took that match, but I'm kind of glad that they did because I didn't want to watch The Bar and New Day again, and I don't think anybody else would have.
That's
But
actually at the next the Super Show in Australia.
And I don't right. And then for them you got to go in with gold on that one. So
It's already been. That's kind of a
New
giveaway.
Day.
It's been announced. New Day is defending the tag team championships against the Bar in Australia.
That's what happens when they put these things on too soon. They're trying to sell like later tickets.
Right.
And
There's several matches that have been announced. That's the biggest one that announces an actual, who the champion is.
They it's card subject to change.
That's true.
Yeah.
Swerve the crap out of you.
my whole thing is this: like, if you were gonna pull the trigger on Rusev Day,
It wouldn't be on a pre-show.
Well, no, you would have pulled that trigger about 3 months ago.
Well,
when
no.
the momentum was
Even more
higher than-
recently, they should have done it if they really were hype on New Day or not New Day, Rusev Day. They should have just had them beat the Bludgeon Brothers.
Here's
when
what's-
the Bludgeon Brothers had to drop the belts.
Here's what's going to happen: New Day is going to retain, and it's going to be because Aiden English does something silly,
Right.
And then they're going to split up.
Rusev's
They're going
gonna
to split
hit
up
him.
Rusev Day. They're going to have like a blow off match at whatever pay per view or whatever, or main event, and then basically Aiden English is going to get future endeavored at some point. So
He's married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter.
Yeah.
He's in.
I guess.
He's in.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. See, if they didn't have it on the pre-show, I would believe that Rusev Day could win.
But we've had things change on the pre-show.
AJ or no, not AJ. New Day just won those belts.
But I think it was more the
Less than a month
transitional
ago.
thing. I think it was just transitioning because Bludgeon Brothers had to take it 5 time, boom.
Which was a fantastic promo. By the way.
yeah.
That segment,
And
was
that's another reason why they got to keep the belts.
Yeah.
And Rusev splitting with Aiden English gives them both something to do for a while.
right until
Next month.
great.
I don't know when the next. So it goes Super Show is next, and then they have the Women's Evolution, then they have Survivor Series, then they have Tables, Ladders, and Chairs.
When is the next Greatest Royal Rumble is also in November too? They're doing like
It's the greatest. They're not calling it Greatest
it's
Royal
the
Rumble.
greatest,
It's going to be in November, first week in November. It's probably going to be Greatest
they're going back
Survivor
to-
Series, or I don't know.
They're going back to Saudi Arabia again.
yeah, they're going yeah.
The rumor is
city of
Triple H
Jeddah.
and Shawn Michaels versus Kane and Undertaker.
Apparently, the Saudi prince still doesn't realize that Yokozuna is dead, and still wants him to be booked.
He wants like 1995
Yeah,
wrestling.
Well, that's why Shawn Michaels is dusting off the jeans one more time.
$2 million bucks, I'll do it.
Jesus Christ! Sorry, Sean.
Yeah.
Can't say JC.
Let's go back to this
The
first
money's
match.
worth it, though. Anyhow, yeah.
New Day.
I'm thinking New Day.
New Day.
New
It's
Day.
consensus.
We're locking it in. All right.
That's a
Let's
lock.
move on to the next match. This one shouldn't be too much of a debate. We have Rowdy Ronda Rousey, taking on Alexa Bliss. I'm wearing my Rowdy Ronda shirt today.
This whole match just upsets me.
because it's so blatantly obvious that Rousey's going to win, right?
Well, I just can't wait till 10 years from now when Rousey goes into the WWE Hall of Fame and her video package is like a pioneer, a true trailblazer in the women's evolution, this, that, and the other thing. And like, she held the WWE Raw Women's title for 1,634 days.
And all she does is judo flips.
They've kind of booked themselves into a corner with this one, which is cool, I guess, because Rousey's got that like crossover appeal. But like, who the hell's gonna take the belt off of her? Like,
we've been through this though. Asuka was built unstoppable. Nia Jax was built to be unstoppable.
The only person I can think of that has enough stroke on either brand is Carmella. Like, that's the only person that I could feasibly see doing it, and she has like 2 victories over Charlotte and Asuka. So
right,
yeah, there you go. In kayfabe, Carmella is the only one who could potentially do it
based on their wins.
Yeah,
I was more excited to see Ronda do the chase, proving herself week in, week
out. Or we could see a situation now. Obviously, I don't know how much attention you guys have been paying to NXT lately. You have a built-in bona fide badass down there in Shayna Baszler, who has a history with Ronda Rousey. I could see that being a potential storyline coming up where Baszler, who is pretty much ready for her main roster call-up at this point anyway.
Right. Not much else going on.
Yeah, I mean, she's not going to...
She had a squash match this past week on NXT, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
The NXT women's division is getting overcrowded as it is right now anyway. You've got, people coming in from the Mae Young Classic that are going to kind of get their debuts and stuff like that. Obviously, they're going to want to do a program with Kairi Sane having the title, and then Io Shirai coming in as well. They've got a huge history with each other. I could see that being a program at some point. I think Baszler coming up and being potentially an ally to Rousey at first, and then possibly turning on her.
Yeah,
get through the whole 4 horsewomen thing. And
well, they already got the 2 working now as well.
Right. Yeah, they have all 4.
There's a lot of things. That's definitely a possibility for her next opponent.
But either way, Rousey's walking out tonight with.
I think she leaves with the belt. I think it may end in a DQ or a non-finish. Rumor is that Nia Jax may be back. She was screwed out of the championship belt when Alexa Bliss cashed in the Money in the Bank.
But who's she going to go after though? Like,
both of them.
She's
got a reason to attack both of them.
Exactly, but I don't know. I feel like she's going to come in, go after somebody, and still get lost in the car when it's all said and done. Like it's going to be a waste.
Right. I don't really see how they're going to bring her back, but that was a rumor. She has a reason because she's obviously got a grudge against these 2 people. Stole her championship from her, essentially. And the other rumor is that Natalya might finally turn heel, which was the rumor
every time there's a championship
for a while.
match.
So
she's literally she's the female Big Show, man. They can't decide whether she's heel or babyface. And honestly, I love Natalya, but I don't like her in either role.
Yeah.
No,
she's about as interesting as watching paint dry.
I liked her when she was Crazy Cat, over the top, all about cats.
I love cats.
She really that's like her for real. So it's like she doesn't have to act.
Damn it.
No. All right, we're all going Rousey.
Yeah.
I'm saying maybe a DQ finish or a non-finish, but Rousey leaves with the championship.
I think it's going to be like it's a short match. Alexa's going to come in, attack the ribs, weaken her down, and that big old rowdy comeback.
Yeah.
2 judo flips and some form of whatever drop she does game.
Yeah.
Blouses.
All right.
Because they're women.
Damn it.
Up next, we got Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella taking on...
Can't wait to hear that again tonight.
Oh, my God. I'm excited.
Hype. We need that drop.
Yes.
Taking on The Miz and Maurice.
Damn it.
What do you guys think? This is a tough one, I think.
It is with The Miz taking it last month.
Now, hold on real quick. Before you get in, I'm going to give you a bit of information about, again, the Super Show in Australia. They've already announced a match. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Again?
#1 contendership for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, man, I really would love to see Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan.
Right.
No.
So, that may play into our decision here.
Here's the thing. That's what you want to see. That's not what you're going to see.
Right.
Because here's what's going to happen.
But at Survivor Series,
here's what's going to happen.
Versus Samoa Joe?
Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Fuego.
You better tell me.
The Miz and Maurice are going to win again tonight through chicanery.
Who pins who?
Then also, The Miz is going to beat Daniel Bryan at this Super Show to get the number one contendership.
What?
And then The Miz
He's going to beat AJ Styles?
is going to... No, he's going to beat Samoa Joe at...
A heel versus heel?
The Miz is going to beat Samoa Joe for the title.
No.
Or AJ Styles.
Oh, is this going back to the program you built up last month?
This is all just so that Daniel Bryan can win the Royal Rumble and take on The Miz at WrestleMania and win the belt there. He's going to lose to The Miz from now until WrestleMania in every encounter that they have.
Maybe.
That's Daniel Bryan's character. His character is like, oh my God, I don't have it anymore. I'm such an underdog. I can't beat The Miz. We literally lost to them 2 times in a row. I can't do it. I should have never came back.
Oh my gosh.
Did you watch
I
Power
loved
Rangers?
all of
Yeah,
that.
basically.
I loved all of that.
Alpha 5.
What is going on here?
And then Daniel Bryan, the Miracle Kid, is going to win the Royal Rumble, and he is going to beat The Miz at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. That
would be great.
Yeah.
His coronation.
I think
That's what you want to see. But nobody just hit me.
I think Andrade
WWE,
Cien
hold my
Almas is going to
beer.
win this year's Royal Rumble.
Really?
Yeah.
Another foreigner that can't speak and cut promos, and the win is all you need to get you over. Nah,
He's got a manager that can talk for him just fine.
Jesus. A little early for that one, man. Listen, I'm the biggest...
I call it now.
I'm the
All
biggest...
right, make your pick. You're saying Dan wins the Royal Rumble.
Daniel
I'm
Bryan
saying
wins the
Almas.
Royal Rumble. Yeah, there's
You got
no
to
way,
pick
dude.
Anthony? We'll make it official.
what for
Who wins the Rumble?
Bookmark this show, because I want to come
Who
back to
wins the
this in
Rumble?
January and...
Ricochet?
I'll remember who I
Oh,
picked.
Jesus Christ.
I could see
That's what I want to see.
Matt Riddle.
Just throw them all out there.
Shaq, who do you think's going to win the Rumble this year?
Rumble? Oh, damn. I can't.
You got to think fast.
I can't even call it right
You're
now.
at, well, then you're,
we're not even. I'm not
you're
even
not winning the
throwing my hat in
prize.
that.
Listen,
You're not winning the
fine.
prize come January.
You know what? Make his swerve. The Miz wins the Royal Rumble.
Whoa, he's going out against you.
No.
Swerve.
Not gonna
It's all about the
happen.
chase with Daniel Bryan. You have to have him chasing The Miz. He has not been able to beat The Miz since they started this program. And it is going to be the biggest feel-good moment of the year when Dan Bryan beats him at WrestleMania. The
Fans don't want to see him lose for a half a year. People don't.
You're gonna give up on him.
Well, sometimes you have to give people what they don't want. Sometimes just to give them like that big thing that they want.
Maybe.
But just like how Road Dogg said, this is the story. It's not the story you wanted to hear. This is the story we're telling you.
Yeah. And that's the story I think they want to tell us.
I think it may be more
It's the story
likely
we want you to know.
that Brie Bella pins Maurice.
No.
Miz can say, "Hey, Dan, you didn't pin me. Like, you haven't beaten me yet."
I would agree. If
So
they
then
do
they
win,
get their third big match will be at the Super Show for the number one contendership. So that would be a huge match, and I think the Miz may win that. Although I would love to see Dan Bryan versus Samoa Joe. So I think whoever wins the AJ Samoa Joe match is going to determine who wins the Miz.
I don't think we got the
Dan
proper
Bryan match.
Dan Bryan Samoa Joe match that we did. I know they had that type
Right.
of contendership match a couple months back.
There's been a lot of dream matches this year that were just terrible.
SmackDown's great for that, but it's just you got a limited run, and it's got to make sense story wise. So to get that tried true version, we gotta.
But instead, I'm
Gotta
stuck
set the
here
stage
with
for it.
Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton for the 8,000th
In a
time.
cell, but that's for later. Let's lock
We'll
this
get
in.
that.
What do you think? What do you think?
I
I like what I said. I think
I like that too, and this is probably going to be that part of the show where you swayed me into whatever your idea is, and I just said, okay, cool,
Heel
subscribe.
tactics.
That's what he does every month.
I think that Miz could win, but I don't think that it's smart to book Bryan to lose that much. Like, your storyline sounds
He's
great, but
an
I don't think
underdog,
that
though.
The best way that will work
they've already done that.
is if you
And it
separate
worked.
them out. After this number one contenders match, you separate them, but they still intertwine with one another. So that he's still instead
Maybe
of
they'll
him
do the
losing to the
shakeup.
Miz all the time, the Miz keeps costing him matches.
Daniel Bryan can
do
go
the shakeup.
into after this number one contenders match. There's a long time between that and the Royal Rumble, so Daniel Bryan can go into another program where he actually gets some wins back and gets some momentum. Put him in against like a. Let's say AJ does return. Then put Daniel Bryan in with Samoa Joe into a program, and then Daniel Bryan gets his wins back, and he starts to build momentum. But he still can't beat the Miz.
So you want Samoa Joe to lose to AJ?
No,
then
I do
Do
not.
a bunch of.
I was
jobs
just throwing
for
a name out there
Dan Bryan?
for the hell of it. Maybe the Miz goes into or Daniel
Start
Bryan.
calling Samoa Joe Bray
Cien
Wyatt
Almas.
when you book
Yeah,
him like
Cien
that.
Almas. That would be a
seems
great
to work.
program. And
One of
Almas,
those two are going against.
They've already had a couple matches. Dan
and
Bryan
Almas can
Almas.
eat a couple of losses. He's got many years ahead of him.
And he's winning the Rumble next year anyway.
Yeah,
So
so-
he can
Jesus,
take some losses now.
Very
Insane.
mad if this really happens.
All right, we got to lock it in. I'm saying I say Brie pins Maurice.
I say Miz.
If she does,
I'm going Miz and Maurice.
Miz and Maurice. I'm going Miz and Maurice. I'm going to say Miz gets the pin.
You're going Miz and Maurice?
Yeah. I feel
what do you
like
think?
Ajax, you're the
cut
tiebreaker.
down the middle.
If it's down the middle, Joe picks.
Dun, dun, dun.
What do you got, Anthony? If you
No,
agree with
it's
me.
down the middle. I'm on Brian too.
So you got Miz or Daniel Bryan?
Miz.
All right, we're
All
going
right.
with Miz. If Dan Bryan wins tonight, and this is the only one we get wrong,
You owe me a beer.
Right. You're gonna see the promos
all right.
moving forward. Just as Mrs. Promo, straightforward. I beat you again. My
Exactly,
wife beat
exactly,
you.
exactly.
And then it's like, well, you can't beat me in a number. That's
Brie's going to be the
I like
downfall
it.
of this
I
match.
like it.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
No,
she's
suicide
going to.
dive.
Bree is going to eat
Literal
the pinfall.
suicide.
Yeah.
she's gonna suicide. She puts the suicide
actually-
in suicide
suicide
jive.
She gets out a sword and like dishonor.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about our first Hell in a Cell match of the evening. It pits Jeff Hardy in a dream match. He always wanted to have a Hell in a Cell match. He's never had one. Against Randy Orton, whose gimmick right now is he wants to take out of commission the fan favorites.
So he went.
He's going to retire Jeff Hardy.
He's a
essentially.
legendary legend killer.
Correct. He's I have a feeling. Spoiler alert! I think Randy Orton's going to win.
Yeah.
I think maybe after the match, Randy Orton continues to attack Jeff Hardy, and either Rey Mysterio comes out, and that's his next feud. That's what the rumor is. Or if he's going to be retiring guys, he might as well get a couple old guys that are about to retire. So I think maybe the Big Show could come out and try to save the day. Then Randy sets up his match with Big Show. He retires Big Show. Maybe he brings back the punt. That would be cool.
That'd be kind of dope.
And then I
man.
think maybe he will go
Retires.
into a feud with Rey Mysterio and Rey
Kane.
Mysterio, Kane maybe. But although I don't think he's gonna be wrestling too much, except for when it's for like $5 million in Saudi Arabia. So I think Randy wins, and I think we will see Jeff may retire, or we probably won't see him for a while.
I think it's going to be by. I agree. Randy Orton's going to win this one, but I think it's going to be by Jeff going for that, because they've been hyping up the fact that he wants to do the Hell in a Cell, because you're going to see some over the top crazy spots tonight,
And he's probably going to miss a spot.
Yeah,
The Hell in a Cell.
and I think it's going to be the spot that costs Jeff the match.
What
Randy's going to roll out, Jeff's going to swanton into the table, and then Randy Orton's going to win.
What if Randy hits an RKO out of nowhere off a swanton?
I would
off the
literally
cell onto the table.
Off the cell, onto the table,
horse
RKO.
in the playground now. Like, yeah.
And Jeff is just dead. He killed him. He's the legend killer for real.
Well, then you better bring out Jim Ross for this match, because I want to hear that commentary on that. 'cause-
Mick Foley's going to be there, so
Who can't take any bumps?
No.
Because of
Allegedly.
hip surgery. So
allegedly.
he's just there to.
Well,
Bang,
he's got something coming out, like a new.
Some show coming on.
Is it a show
afterwards.
or a documentary or show? I
If
don't know.
Noel's not in it, I'm not interested.
Oh, it's just her. She's becoming a bikini model.
I'm in.
She could bottle burlap sacks for all I care.
That's part of it too.
Go on.
Put her in a barrel
Did
and
you
suspenders.
say bottle burlap sacks?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that a
burlap.
saying?
It is now.
It's the
Bottling a burlap sack?
She could be modeling burlap.
Modeling. Oh,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
makes.
bottling. Yeah, I'm gonna
like-
stuff.
I'm like, that's
stuff
a
it
weird
in
thing
sack.
for her to be doing.
Congratulations,
Stuffing
you
sacks.
thirsty hound dogs. We've now talked about Noel Foley longer than we have Aiden English and Rusev.
Damn.
Oh, by the
Jesus
way, happy
Christ.
Rusev Day. We forgot
happy
about
Rusev
that.
Day.
It's I'm forgetting more and more
Yeah.
what day it is.
a
Does anyone think Jeff's gonna
anniversary.
pull out a win?
Nope.
What do you got?
No.
You think
No.
he survives the night?
No.
No.
No, it survives.
You
Yeah,
think
debatable.
he's gonna miss a big spot? Is that gonna be the big oh my god moment?
Yeah, pretty much. He's gonna swanton himself into
Is the cell
oblivion.
really red?
Yes, it is.
Yes. They had a live feed of them building it yesterday. You could just sit there. When I started watching, it was like an hour and a half into it. That's where that screen cap was from.
Okay.
And they just had the top of the cell built. But I'm like, why is it fucking red?
It's terrible.
It looks.
I
it's
think
gonna
it
be
looked
hard to
really
see
bad
through.
on
I
TV.
think it'll be
That's what
harder
I was
to see
thinking,
through.
But then you're going to do a blue one for the SmackDown matches.
No, they're not.
No.
There's only 2 cell matches tonight, so
We better get a yellow cage for War Games. That's all. I'm saying.
they should.
All the costs.
I cannot wait for War Games. By the way,
Are they doing that again?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
dude. All the storylines are heading that way. It's probably going to be like British Strong Style versus like Undisputed Era.
I want to see that.
Versus the War Raiders in some capacity.
I mean, yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're teaming up with Ricochet right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like Ricochet and War Raiders versus British Strong Style versus
Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
For all the belts.
Winner take all.
Everything.
My God.
That actually
I'm not ready for Pete Dunne.
Ricochet's going to win then. The tag belts will go to
War Raiders.
War Raiders.
So yeah, because Undisputed Era has tag belts, Ricochet has the North American, and Pete Dunne has the.
Well, Pete Dunne versus Ricochet title versus title is happening.
That's going to be a no contest.
I know. It's happening, what, next week or 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
No contest, you're right. Somebody's going to come in and interfere. All right, we're all saying Randy Orton. Our next match is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the champions,
McIndolph.
Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. They won them about a week and a half ago. And they are taking on not the Shield, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Typo.
Seth IC belt not being defended tonight.
That upset me.
Yeah.
No U.S. title match either.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. What do you guys think? This one is another one I think could go either way. I'm going to go with Ziggler and They're
going to retain
Drew,
through
just because they just won the belts.
Right.
And they can't hot potato the belts.
Yeah,
But you got Ziggler.
but it's also like I would like to see that the gold does shift because Braun wins tonight. Or it'd be dope
You're
to
not
have
gonna-
Shield have all the gold that one time.
Yeah.
For something that
Literally all the gold.
because it hasn't happened. They were tag
Tag
champs.
in U.S.
Tag in U.S. They didn't get the main title too.
Right.
They were split up.
Really nice to see, but I'm still leaning on Ziggler and Drew because I thought it'd be too obvious for them to dethrone B Team just to keep them warm for them, just to drop them.
That actually, could we have a moment of silence for the B team, by the way?
No, they don't deserve it.
Damn.
They didn't believe enough.
They didn't believe.
Yeah.
They didn't believe.
I mean, Dean and Seth can easily take it only because I heard rumors that Ziggler still hasn't re-signed.
Right.
And they may do that just, to carry.
He's going to be on a losing streak.
Yeah, until he decides, like, if you're not going to do it, we gave you something, you need to re-sign, or we're just going to keep making you lose.
Well, I heard he's not even under contract right now.
Wow. So he's just doing this for fun.
Right,
week to week.
which is dangerous, especially if they have a championship belt. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What's Nick Nemeth doing in the Impact Zone? Unbelievable.
Dang.
Yeah, but Ziggler and Drew McIntyre retain. I think it's going to be through some shenanigans.
I mean,
non-finish.
I'm fine with them winning. I can go for them winning. It's just I could see exactly
Continue the story.
why if they lost, that would be like some behind the scenes reasons.
I think we're going to see the Shield versus the Dogs of what are they called?
Dogs of War.
Are they Dogs of War?
Hounds of Justice versus the Dogs of War.
And Survivor Series. So
they were talking about that like,
Sponsored by Peter.
Kurt Angle versus Team Angle versus
Team
Team
Corbin.
Corbin. Yeah.
Right.
So Angle would have the Shield plus one other person.
I heard Finn Balor.
I heard Finn Balor, and then the War Dogs, Dogs of War, and Baron Corbin and one other person.
KO.
Probably. Which is so weird because KO is so
like,
obsessed with Braun Strowman like a month ago.
And then comes back next week to just
Bobby Lashley ruined my life.
Yeesh. Me too.
Maybe Bobby Lashley will be the other guy then if it's KO. KO Bobby Lashley.
I could see that. Yeah, because they don't like Finn anymore.
Bobby Lashley would suit up in the Shield gear for sure.
Oh,
Someone
God.
would actually cheer for him for once. Hell yeah, he'll do it.
Christ.
I don't think he would look right in it because he'd have like
He
that.
doesn't look right in anything he wears.
He would have like the Drake Maverick smile with that outfit. Like he'd be built for it. But
He'd be
he'd still
built-
look
AOP
wrong.
AOP built
he
Drake
would have
Maverick.
he would be short and his tummy would be showing. Like,
Bobby Lashley's just happy to be here.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he's doing it for his sisters
Get that man off my television.
with the headband too. He's gonna have like a Shield headband.
Oh,
He's gonna
God.
wear.
all right.
Kevlar.
Can we lock in that we're going to see
Yeah, we
Ziggler
talked about Bobby Lashley
and
far too long.
Dolph. Dolph and McIntyre.
Macandolph.
Mac and Dolph. All right. Up next, this is a
Ding,
very,
ding, ding,
very
ding,
good.
ding, ding, ding. This is my match of the night candidate.
Ooh. I was going to ask that at the end what we think our match of the night might be. We have Charlotte, the SmackDown Women's Champion, defending against the number one contender, Stone Cold Becky Lynch.
Now,
Fire.
Who do you got and why?
I heard a rumor
Ooh,
That-
rumors.
they are
We need to get that on the
potentially
drop.
looking to have a finish to this match that gets that elusive double turn.
Ooh, it's so
Where
rare.
Charlotte goes full heel and Becky comes out the big baby face, but that with the caveat of saying
She would lose the belt.
that
She would
Charlotte retains still.
Yeah.
But
They have a
for
rematch
match at Evolution.
Well, they actually have a match also at the Super Showdown.
yes.
And they haven't announced it for Evolution, but their next match is already announced at Super Showdown.
Right.
So
So I think
maybe
I'm gonna-
Charlotte cheats and gets DQ'd.
Yeah.
That's why Becky gets another.
Yeah, and
match.
I will 100% subscribe to that.
So which is coming first, Super Showdown or the Evolution?
Super Showdown is first. It's the beginning of October, and then the Evolution is
Say it
first.
10
Evolution,
times
yeah,
fast.
because we'll get Eve Torres back.
We will not be doing Evolution at the Beer Stube.
That makes sense.
It's Halloween weekend, so we're not doing that. Unfortunately, not because it's a woman's pay-per-view. And we're not doing
Anywho.
Super Showdown either because that's on a Saturday.
Yeah, you guys are disgusting.
Terrible people.
So we'll be back for Survivor Series.
Yeah, I can't wait.
It's big teams.
Okay. So I agree with that. I think Charlotte will retain her championship,
Becky's got too much momentum
but it
right
may
now.
be
and
DQ, which would make Becky the winner if it's by
Technically,
DQ. And if
Becky wins.
we're trying to get the picks right.
Oh, you're right.
So-
you're right. But I could also
Charlotte
see,
could make her tap or whatever.
I
or-
could see Charlotte cheating to win.
Yeah.
Like, ref bump or,
Ric
ref bump and then
Flair-esque.
she
Foot
like
on the ropes type.
Yeah.
thing.
She accidentally
yeah.
bumps the ref, and then she's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take advantage
grabs
of
a
it.
chair
And
or
she's
something
going
like
to do
that.
something.
And
Yeah.
just, it hits her with the belt or something like that.
Puts her leg in a chair and kicks it.
So I guess we've all decided that Charlotte's turning heel and that she's taking the belt with her tonight. How does she do it?
I think it's a DQ, and Becky gets the win. That's the only thing that makes sense for a rematch to
That
happen
would be-
again. This is the second match they've had, right?
Looking for
That
Ajax on
satisfies
this
both
one?
parties.
Nah, I don't care. I've been waiting for the Lynch turn for a long time because Lynch was great as a heel in NXT, and it's long overdue. And Charlotte is the Roman Reigns.
But the thing
of
is,
the
like,
women's division, so.
Lynch has way too much organic crowd support.
They love her too much right now.
She's becoming a
So-
Stone Cold-esque.
Here's my recommendation. I say we pick Becky to win. That covers if Charlotte cheats or gets DQ'd or something, and it also covers if they decide not to do the double turn, and then Becky picks up the win. Charlotte gets her rematch. At
I'll
Super
go
Showdown.
with that. I like that. Becky wins but doesn't leave with the belt.
She might, like I said, if they decide not to do the double turn,
Right.
then maybe it's best to have Becky win.
I can't even imagine.
I mean, all in all, the women's division in SmackDown needs an out-and-out heel. They don't have one.
It's Charlotte.
yeah.
I mean, yes,
It
it is
should-
Charlotte.
it
but
should
like,
be Charlotte.
in their eyes, because Becky, she made the heel turn. Everyone's ready for it, but they
Asuka
wanted,
needs to turn
wanted
heel.
it so much that it's like she missed her chance
Just
to
the
turn
fans
heel.
it's too smart. So
Maybe Asuka turns on Naomi at the Super Show.
Great.
Because it's her and Naomi versus the Iconics
Great.
Just there,
in the main event.
How the mighty have fallen.
man.
My God.
All right, we'll lock in Becky.
Yep, yeah.
That covers kind of both sides of the coin there.
Yeah.
Becky with DQ. On
But
a
I'm pretty
DQ
sure
finish.
Charlotte's walking out with that belt. All right, AJ Styles versus Samoan Joe.
Is this in the cell?
This is not in the cell. There's only 2 announced cell matches.
Wendy.
Although, who knows? Yes, we have Samoa Joe, who is going to put AJ Styles to sleep.
yeah.
I want to say Samoa Joe so hard, but I
Pulitzer
feel like I
Prize
fell
winner.
for
I
this
think
before.
AJ's going to break the title. The only reason to keep the belt on AJ is if he's going to break CM Punk's title reign,
That and you got WWE.
which he's got to go at least till WrestleMania to do that.
You got 2K19 coming out. I think that's why they're doing it because he's the cover
Well,
star.
yeah,
But-
we talked about this last
Yeah,
month
yeah.
because
I don't
you're
know
in
if
the
that
game
necessarily
doesn't
matters.
Matter. And not
Seth
at
Rollins
all.
was on the cover last
AJ
year.
Styles is still bigger than sliced bread. It doesn't matter if he's got the belt or not.
True.
So,
Well, I just saw a
do
fact
like
that AJ has been WWE champion like 60% of the time he's been in WWE.
that checks out.
Of all the time he's been, 60% of it
Good.
was as
Deservedly so.
champion. I agree. Maybe higher would be good.
On the flip side of that, too, is like, why? Do they have no one else that can step up to the
The only other
plate?
person that was champion there was with Jinder Mahal.
Bray Wyatt for a
As
cup
a
of coffee.
WWE champion,
John Cena.
Yeah.
AJ Styles really hasn't done it for me though.
No. Like,
Not as not from a
Well, it's
face of the
because-
company perspective. None of it.
It's because he's got
Dry on the mic.
He's great in the ring.
His promos.
He's
are
not that
cringy.
bad on the mic.
he has no competition.
I think it is time to make a change, if only because like it's just been so damn long. And it's not that I think AJ's been a bad champion, but I think it is time for let's switch it up a little bit. And I think if there is a person, give me some Joseph.
I think that would put Joe over as a mega heel. If he loses, he risks falling like Bray Wyatt. He becomes the Bray Wyatt.
He's lost so many times already.
I think
he can't afford to lose. He hasn't had any huge, real big victories.
That is true.
I think we see Joe win via Muscle Buster.
That would be great. I actually heard Samoa Joe was supposed to win at SummerSlam. And actually, if you watch the WWE documentary thing,
24.
He was like, the end of that, he's like, I'm going to go win that championship tonight, like, blah, blah, blah. And then he didn't, obviously, but it would have been awesome if that's what happened. But I heard they decided to change it to extend the feud out a little bit longer. So
I think Joe wins it tonight.
I think Joe wins it. And if he does, I'm going to order that Joe shirt off of the WWE.com.
Cool that they did it with the chant, goofy font choice.
You were gonna buy it anyway.
I was going to buy it last month if he won, and he didn't, so I didn't buy it yet.
Well, I could see it.
I bought 4 shirts this week.
I know.
Somebody's got money.
They were $5.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even really like these wrestlers, but I mean, I do. I got
for
AOP.
reference,
I got
he
AOP.
bought an Authors of Pain T-shirt.
Ty
Before they changed the
Dillinger.
AOP?
Was that?
It's an NXT AOP one.
Oh, nice.
It says War is our peace.
Yeah.
I got
I thought you had that one already.
No. And then I got Ty Dillinger, and on the back it says the numbers don't lie. It just makes me think of Scott Steiner. I got this Ronda Rousey one, and then I got the Fashion Police.
Good
$5 a
man.
pop.
I miss them.
Good man.
Yeah, they're probably never coming back.
No, they had something good going. Like, they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to win anything. They just need to be there, and I'd have been satisfied.
Entertaining.
Their program that they were in for the SmackDown tag titles against the Usos though was fantastic.
Yeah,
I still
they looked really good too.
That match where Tyler Breeze was dressed up as a janitor and he did like the rolling across the ring thing was probably my favorite spot of like the last 5 years.
See, they don't have to win. They just have to be there.
Yeah.
They just have to be there. A couple skits, segments, whatever you want to do.
Throw them a title match every
give
once
them
in a
2
while.
minutes to
Just,
do a
you don't have
backstage.
to win. Just give them the match just because backstage fashion files. I'll take it.
Hey, we're investigating these guys. Let's wrestle them in the ring.
Yeah,
Boom.
perfect. It writes itself.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write Road Dogg a letter.
No, he's not going to accept
Yeah,
it.
you think he
It's
can
not
read?
what he wants you to know.
Shit.
The D-O-double-G.
All right, let's move on to our final match of the night. This is the second Hell in a Cell match. This is actually the 40th Hell in a Cell match in the history of the stipulation. We got the champion Roman Reigns, the other Samoan Joe, taking on Braun Strowman, cashing in his Money in the Bank contract.
Is he actually cashing it in?
He
That is
did.
a cash.
He handed it to Baron Corbin, and it hasn't been seen on TV since. So
Well, you don't want
They
to give
could
it to
swerve
Baron
us,
Corbin. You
but
see what
that's-
you-
That's what I've been hearing. Like, there's a possible swerve. Was like, well, technically,
Right.
he gave it to me just to hold on to, but he never cashed it in
I mean,
just to prolong it.
he didn't win anything to earn the title shot. Other than that, so
that stuff ever
I don't think they're
matter?
going to do that. I think this is a cash in. He's going to lose. I think maybe.
Mick Foley's going to cause it.
Maybe. And I also think maybe Mick Foley's about to be attacked at the end. You know, everyone's waiting for the big spot. Maybe Braun even picks up Foley on his shoulder for a power slam or something, and then the Shield comes out and saves the day.
Yeah.
I see like Braun just like manhandling Roman, and then like Mick Foley gets in the way, like, no, you're doing too much, blah blah blah.
Right.
And then off the distraction, spear, 10 Superman punches.
Are we still pretending that the Shield is faces?
They are.
They're
They are.
tweeners.
Because Strowman turned mega heel
'Cause he
by
blamed the
attacking the
fans.
Shield.
He blamed the fans.
So dumb. Strowman wins.
Yep.
Really?
No.
No.
Roman wins.
The hell out of here. Yeah,
You're
you-
saying Strowman wins. He
You,
does.
you didn't build up Roman Reigns for the better part of 5 years. Just have
It's all about the chase.
Yeah, I guess, man.
He's been chasing that belt since the day I was born.
Joke's on you, actually. We were really pushing Strowman the whole time.
I mean, how's he going to main event next year's WrestleMania
I guess, man.
if he doesn't lose the belt? He's got to win it at Mania.
Right. So he's got to lose the belt now, so that
So he's got time to win it
So he can do
later.
it all over again.
So he can.
Without
Well, he's got to
coordination.
win the Rumble again this year too.
There's my pick.
Yeah, Roman Reigns
All right, locked in. You fool.
as champion.
As champion.
Roman-
As champion.
Roman
He enters
Reigns-
so he can take the night off.
No, Roman
He
Reigns
turns
wins
heel.
the Rumble, so he can be the first person in history to main event the WrestleMania by himself.
He just goes out.
Just
there
goes out there and
and
stands in the
poses.
ring.
He poses with the belt.
Just Superman punches all around
Sting
the
comes
ring.
out,
Jesus,
challenges
man.
him.
Well, didn't Hogan do something like that? Like many years ago, like entered in the Royal Rumble, like won?
As champion?
Yeah,
I don't
something.
think that's. I don't
Hogan
think
did
that's
something.
a-
I was reading something. Hogan did something crazy. I mean, feel free to correct me. Somebody.
Maybe he
in the comment
defended
section.
his championship in the Rumble.
No,
and then
there's
won
only
it?
been 2 times in WWE history that the title has been defended in the Rumble. 92
Triple H
and
did.
2015.
Yeah, Triple H won.
guy.
Yeah, Triple H won it, and then Ric Flair won it in 92.
Who?
Flair trip.
Who's that?
Some dude.
Who?
Who?
Just recently lost his virginity.
All right. So tonight, Beer Stube, 6 p.m.
Bear Stew.
Beer
6
stew.
p.m. Come drink beers. Come watch wrestling. Come listen to Corey tell jokes.
Yeah.
He's a lot funnier than I am. That's why I was upset last month, because I was sitting out there throwing out comedy gold.
You know what? We still have a little bit of time, so let's not send them off
These
just quite
marks.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to read off. I'm going to give away 3 questions
Mm.
for tonight's wrestling trivia.
Can
So
I
if you're
answer them
listening,
now? All
yeah, I'm asking you guys.
Oh, okay.
So if you're listening, you get an advantage when I ask these questions. Let's see here. In the first ever Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, which pitted WWF champion Kurt Angle in a fatal 6-way against The Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold, Rikishi, and The Rock, who won that match?
It was
I'll let you all answer if you want.
Stone Cold, wasn't it?
You're saying Stone Cold?
The Rock.
You're saying The Rock?
Yokozuna.
Damn it.
Jesus.
No.
The other
Rikishi, he didn't win.
Took that.
The other,
Do you have a guess?
no.
I gave you a multiple choice.
The Rock did.
Kurt Angle retained, and actually there was never a championship title change in a Hell in a Cell until 2009.
Really?
So the match had been around for 12 years before a title finally changed hands. So
Interesting.
Kurt Angle won that one.
Good. As he should.
Let's see here. Last year's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view took place in Detroit, Michigan. The main event was Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match. Who won that match?
It was Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it was because Sammy came out and
Saved
did
them,
the pin for
right.
him.
That is correct. Let's see here.
That set up all that shit
Yeah,
afterwards.
his guardian angel.
I'll give you 2 more. No, I'll give you 1 more.
That was a fast year.
The original concept for the Hell in a Cell structure was created by what former WWE manager?
Give me.
Came up with the idea for the Hell in a Cell match.
It's not Chris Jericho, because he did Money in the Bank.
Russo.
No, WWE manager, like he was an on-air manager.
He was at one point a manager.
Give me.
People power. John Laryngitis.
No, I'm gonna give me Michael P.S. Hayes.
Okay.
I have no idea, so I'm just gonna say Paul Heyman. Cause,
It was actually
Brother Love.
Jim Cornette.
Oh, that was gonna be my other guess. That was
and
gonna.
then
Jim Cornette.
Vince Russo was the one that came up with the name Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell with a poison.
We'll inject the poison.
Jesus Christ.
All right. You guys want another one?
No,
Okay, good.
kinda.
like, yeah, can't, yeah.
No, we're not.
I'm
we're not.
really engaged right now.
We're gonna hold off the rest of the questions for tonight. Yeah, we're giving away
come on
money
down.
and beer stew bucks.
Don't stay at home and be a mark. Come out and
Be a
get
mark.
worked.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk
Yeah, I
about some
saw
other
that.
stuff
That
going
was
on
a
in
terrible
wrestling?
status. Don't
Uh,
say that out loud.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy
actually,
potentially
it was great.
retiring
You
today
guys
or yesterday.
Work yourself into a
Interesting.
shoot, brother.
Did you just work yourself into a shoot again?
No.
No, it was my Facebook post. I shared
It's
the
his
event.
Facebook
It was
post.
terrible, but I loved it so much.
That was bad.
It was bad, good. You would appreciate it.
I didn't even see it. I'm
You
sorry.
just go look. You'll
I'll take a
appreciate
look.
it. Yeah, it's good. It's comedy gold.
Nice. Yeah, big news. So I'm actually, I know we talked about it briefly, but I think NXT is doing a really, really good job setting up for the War Games event that will surely take place Survivor Series weekend.
It's already that's already official.
Yeah, it's official. Okay, yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. It's going to be fantastic. I'm predicting it's going to be winner takes all. It's going to be War Raiders and Ricochet versus Undisputed Era versus British Strong Style. So like obviously
They all have belts that they can put on the line.
exactly. But my only thing is like, so let's say, so assuming that's the what we go with 3 on 3 on 3. Who do you see winning, and then how do you see those belts getting distributed?
I say whoever gets the North American also gets the UK championship.
So a double champion.
You'd have to. There's
I-
4
Ruler
belts and
of
there's
the
only 3
world?
guys in the
You're all
match.
Shaq. What do you got?
This
Unless
is,
you're all each team has 4 guys.
I can see it going undisputed era. You put you got the tag belts. You put on 2 of them, and then
Undisputed Era actually makes the most sense
I will
because
four.
Bobby
They can-
Fish is on his
he could
way
be
back.
back.
I'm saying,
He
Bobby
can get the
Fish,
other
if
tag
he's back in
belt.
time, Freebird rule. Everyone's a champion.
Yeah, sir. Undisputed Era needs all the gold. All
just
the gold.
just before they lose it and all come up.
Also,
So
can't
they
wait
lost.
for Matt Riddle to beat the ever living Jesus out of
Cassius
Cassius Ono,
Ohno.
the so-called gatekeeper, if you will, of NXT.
I forgot he was around.
Yeah, well,
What a
apparently-
wasted career.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, but it's unfortunate that he didn't get the big push on the main.
I don't think he.
Be a
a
shield member.
national audience.
He never would have.
He's not a bad
fat.
wrestler. Well, now he is because he's been like in NXT for 8 years.
He's always been a big dude.
He's the biggest I've ever seen him. I think right now
true.
he's got such a huge stomach right now.
So
You can't let Vince see that. He'll just no.
That's why he's on NXT.
you
still.
guys
Keep him
saw
away
that.
from Vince.
You guys saw that leaked card potentially for Evolution.
Evolution, yes.
What do you guys think of that? Do you guys buy it?
Boring show.
There's some of it doesn't make any sense at all. There's a
I said
women's
it-
tag team match, fatal 4-way for the
women's
tag titles.
team, I'm fine, but the teams they put together
Yeah.
make no sense.
Why are
Well, I
these
mean, outside
legends
of the
teaming up?
Iconics.
Right.
Yeah.
Just Natalia and Beth Phoenix. Like,
They had Absolution as a team as well. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
substitution.
Oh yeah,
But then they had like Kelly teaming up with somebody,
I
and
think Alicia Fox or something. Still.
yeah, like what the? Why would that?
long legs, scantily clad. 2
I
Beth
guess.
and
Is
Natalia
that the
makes
gimmick?
sense.
Yeah. I guess.
2.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I don't really buy that. Obviously, and the thing is with those, obviously, cards always have to change. So
Right.
Even if that was the case, I still
And
wouldn't
it's
buy
still a
it.
little early to have. And why is there 12 matches? I mean,
Right,
I
we all-
understand. I know
Long
women's
match.
matches are typically shorter, but that's a lot of matches.
We all know Vince doesn't book the show until the day of anyway. Like,
what do we got going on? What are the rivalries right now?
who's showing up today?
Who's friends? Who are the friends?
Who
Who are the friends? Put them on different shows.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I like the idea of the women's tag thing. That seems like fun.
Yeah.
I actually, you know
do
what?
it
I saw
right.
an image of every champion in WWE. Did anyone else see that? It's like them in a hall at WWE. Someone photoshopped all the different champions, but
think I've seen it.
there's like 18 or 19 champions in WWE.
It's dumb.
It's so
There's
many,
so
and it doesn't
many-
seem like it's that many until you see them all. I was like, holy! And they're gonna add the
And
women's
then we
tag
still
belts.
also have a cruiserweight champion somewhere too.
Well, he was on there too,
Yeah,
but
well, good for him.
he's defending at the Super Show against Buddy Murphy.
Thank God.
You
Which
watch
is in
205
Australia.
Love that. Feud.
What?
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy. I did not realize how good he was. And Tom's like, damn,
He's the best
so
kept secret.
good.
Literally
He's
the best kept
right.
secret.
Like,
He's fantastic.
205 now, they need more love.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good
Yeah,
stuff.
so-
going
well, they're
on.
starting to work the cruisers back into the main roster stuff a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
Drake
they're all-
Maverick,
they're all gonna
obviously.
be
Who
Yes.
never wrestled a single match on 205 Live?
Well, yeah, but
Drake Maverick. With
Now
the
Leo with Bobby. That's weird.
yeah.
My
Well, I heard they're doing a
man.
bunch more managers. That's their incentive now is managers are going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So they were going to
Teaming
just
up
pit
these guys,
two
so there's-
managers against each other. Like, you beat my person. We're going to settle it on 205 Live.
Tune in Tuesday night.
We
The
fight it
it's
out
where
now.
the managers and the cruiserweights fight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Teddy Long comes back for a
Oh,
match.
Teddy
Holla,
Long
holla.
becomes the new GM of 205. Drake Maverick
Oh
moved into active roster.
man,
Oh, no.
What?
that would be so
Run
good.
it.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for NXT. I think they're doing a lot of good things. I'm excited to see what happens with the NXT title picture, especially now that, you know, obviously Aleister Black is still out. They need a number one contender.
Oh, yeah, who do you think it's going to be?
It's hard to say, man. I mean, Ciampa is a fantastic champion so far.
I agree.
It's
He's
really-
not in WWE 2K19.
Yeah, now there is Nikki Cross, apparently.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
What is
How do you
Nikki?
get
But
that?
wasn't he in
They have
last year?
Johnny Gargano. No, they didn't.
Some say she's still in William Regal's office, spinning around in a chair while he's trying to ask her questions.
She's an interesting character.
Yeah,
They
so
even had her on that when they had brought all the women out. She was up there, like, standing for
Yeah, like
nothing.
ready to get called up.
And everyone thought it was happening, but no.
She was even wrestling house shows for SmackDown.
So let's do it.
still waiting for NXT UK to debut. They taped that for like
They taped the women's matches at least.
Yeah.
The tournament for the women's.
We-
title
and we do have a,
while ago. and that's
spoiler.
being developed.
the first women's NXT UK champion, Rhea Ripley. Super good, which I absolutely am all in on her. She's
I think she's
fantastic.
defending it a 4-way.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was just never mind. That was the lead card that may not be real.
Have you guys watched any of the Mae Young Classics so far?
Have not.
Really good so far. Watched the first episode. I haven't had a chance to watch the second yet, but super excited.
When did that come
out? 2 weeks ago. The second one just came out this past Wednesday, so it's been following NXT every week. So
gotcha. I've been watching NXT every week, but
yeah, definitely make sure you guys are checking out the Mae Young Classic this year. I'm excited to see Io Shirai's WWE debut. I'm excited to get her under the WWE umbrella. Finally, it's been kind of a long time coming.
I don't even know who she is.
She's fantastic. She was a big superstar in Japan. Worked a lot of matches opposite like Asuka and Kairi Sane, or Kairi Hojo as she was previously. So I know you really don't care about Japanese women's wrestling, but you know, for those who do, really cool stuff on the horizon there.
For all, well, Travis is just saying this to appease himself.
Yeah, well, you know, listen, I got to get my spots in, get my shit in.
If anyone out there listening likes
Spot
female
monkeys.
Japanese wrestling,
Talk to Travis.
let us know.
You guys can come see me at the Female Japanese Wrestling Corner here on Audio Suplex Live.
Yeah. We're giving his
up.
own web series.
Right.
He's going to do little videos
A
every week.
spin-off series. My God. Get away from all you chuckleheads. My God.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Wow. All right. Well, I think we should wrap it up.
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
We got a big day ahead of us, guys. We got a lot of Hell in a Cell to get ready for. So if you guys are in
Wrestling.
town and listening, come out to the Beer Stew.
Even if you're not in
6
town, if you feel like driving 2.5 hours to come watch a pay-per-view here
should.
in
It's
Toledo,
worth it.
Ohio,
o'clock, you should.
we'll welcome you with open arms.
And also a continuation of the feud of Audio Suplex Live versus Buffering. That feud renews tonight.
I think there is a hard wire over there that I can just plug it in hardwired. So we also got it upgraded on our speed, so we should be good.
Nice. This is what we need Joe for there.
Joe.
Joe will figure it out.
Joe.
Joe.
Oh, Wendy.
Joe, get us out of here. Joe. We'll see you guys soon. Joe.
Hey, this is Joe, producer of Audio Suplex Live. We'd like to give a shout out to the band Wax for intro and outro music. Make sure you check them out at the link below.
You've been listening to the Nerd Complex Podcast Network.